Salutations, comic book conversationalists. This is Comic Book Hangover. My name is Scott, and here we are with my new 201st video of comic books. This is the new weekly haul, weekly review video. So I'm going to be going through, actually this time is going to be 3 weeks worth of books. Since we've had some situations come up with my dad, who he's currently in the hospital. He had to have surgery to get an infection taken care of, but he's doing better. He is on the mend. He started to eat. He's got his appetite back, which is always a good sign. The wife and I are going to go up later today and visit him and see how he's doing. Very much looking forward to that. So that aside, I am going to do my absolute level best to get back on schedule with doing these videos and having them go live. I like to have them go live around noon every Saturday, but that's not set in stone because with everything that's going on now, that's a very fluid thing. But noon Saturday is when I'm pretty much wanting to have these videos done. And what I'm going to be doing is just kind of, I'm going to go through all the books that I pick up every week, and then I'm going to talk about specific ones. And before I start talking about them in detail, I will let you know, I'll give you the spoiler alert, because I do understand that even though these videos are going to be going live a few days after New Comic Book Day, I do know that there are some people who are not able to read their books right away, and I do not want to do any spoilers for anybody who hasn't been able to read their books yet. So that said, let's just get into it. I don't think these are really in any particular kind of order. They kind of, sort of, but not really are in order. I grabbed this one's actually from this week. Barbaric, Wrong Kind of Righteous. This is a one-shot. This one I have not had a chance to read yet, but I really enjoy the Barbaric series. And this one here, we're getting introduced to another possessed, cursed weapon. This flange, I think it's called a flange, but it's going to go along with the battle axe. And I'm very, very interested to meet a new character, weapon, whatever we want to call them. Garbage Pail Kids, Trashing Through Time, #2. Have not. Yeah, I have had a chance to read this one, but this one came out a little while ago. Sorry, I gotta move this trading card. These ones, they come polybagged with a trading card, and they put the trading card right on the front. Actually, they put the seam of the polybag right on the front as well, so that's kind of distracting, but it's fine. I am opening up these ones here. I mean, polybags are not as important as they used to be. So there's that one, a nice homage cover with Nasty Nick doing his best impression of Wolverine. I also picked up over the last couple of weeks the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers #114. Now, I don't read Power Rangers anymore. I dropped it for reasons. We'll just leave it at that. But they're doing these zombie variant covers, and these look fantastic. So I'm picking these up, and when this line is done, I'm done. And these things, they made out. I'm not going to send them in to get them graded or anything. What I may end up doing actually is putting them in frames and hanging them up on a wall when I get a comic book room again. But those are absolutely gorgeous. The Power Rangers series isn't as fun as it used to be. They're kind of diluting it a little bit, I think, with this Rangers Academy and all this other nonsense. I think Zed is a Power Ranger now. I don't know. Grabbed in the last couple of weeks. This one was last week or the week before. Not sure. Godzilla Rivals. Mecha Godzilla. Now, the Rivals is, for those who may not know, it's a series of one-shots. These are extra thick issues. I don't know if you can see that, but these are extra thick issues featuring Godzilla facing off against another title monster, and they have been actually kind of expanding it a little bit, where you have two monsters that aren't Godzilla in the book together. So it's kind of a cool way for IDW to give more characters sort of a moment to shine without having to sort of figure out a way to get them in a regular story for Godzilla. So these are one shots. They're generally one and dones. Not really connected to anything. There's a very loose continuity in IDW's Godzilla series of books. They don't really. I think they may have referenced each other once or twice, but really they're all self-contained stories, which is great. I'm okay with that. I'm enjoying these as well. I get these all the time. I haven't missed a single one. Void Rivals #6. This one ends the initial storyline. Very curious to see where it goes from here. So Void Rivals, great series, goes along with Transformers, and I think in a week or two we're getting the first G.I. Joe book, Duke, which is going to was going to sort of leap out of Transformers #1. If you haven't read Transformers #1 and you're interested in the Duke miniseries, I think it's a 5-issue miniseries, you're going to want to get Transformers #1 because that sets up, I think, some of Duke's motivations in his miniseries. So definitely check that out. From Marvel, we've got the Silver Surfer, the Silver Surfer Rebirth Legacy #3. I believe this is also a 5-issue miniseries. I'm grabbing these Ron Lim covers because Ron Lim does Silver Surfer like nobody else, and I'm still loving the classic Silver Surfer logo. I love the corner box. It looks like back in the day when Marvel was more about making comic books and less interested in doing treatments for movies and TV shows. In the reprint realm, facsimile editions for Doom Patrol #99. And, of course, with the DC facsimiles, the one thing you're definitely going to want to look at, especially with the older books like this, is that price tag right there. This is, wow, $5. It's a $4.99. Sorry, it's been really crazy around here, so I'm still kind of tired. But $4.99. This book was not originally $4.99, so that you want to take a look at. So, and I would also, if you're going to buy one of these off the internet, like eBay or whatever, you want to take a look at the back of the DC ones because they're always going to have their UPC in the back with the current DC logo on there. From Marvel, a couple of X-Men. We have Uncanny X-Men #141 facsimile. And of course, real quick, because I always like to do this, with a Marvel facsimile, there's 3 things you want to look for to ensure that you're getting an original as opposed to a facsimile, or if you want to get a facsimile, that's fine. I love facsimile editions. I think it's great. I'm buying books like I would have never, I have no interest in this. I don't know why this is being reprinted, but it's a classic book, one that I'm never going to be able to afford, original of most likely, so I want it. So with Marvel, they have a new price sticker. This is $4.99. So this original book was not a $4.99 book. We want to look for that price sticker. You want to look at the UPC box. The UPC boxes on the facsimile book, facsimile reprints will always hug the side, and they're always going to be slim. The older UPCs were a wider box and were kind of floating in the corner there. You're also going to want to look for the modern Marvel logo that'll be somewhere on the cover, not connected to whatever's going on at the top of the cover. So he's going to be someplace else. So you want to look at that. So I got 141 as well as Uncanny X-Men 142. Of course, these are all part of the Days of Future Past storyline, which I guess my understanding, once again, Marvel is letting, if this is true, Marvel is letting the movies dictate what they do. Supposedly, these books are being reprinted because when the MCU brings in the X-Men, they're going to reference or do something with the Days of Future Past storyline. Be that as it may, we're still getting these facsimile books. It's great to have them. I'm happy to have these in my collection, even though, like I said, they're reprints. But I'm okay with reprints. I'm totally okay with reprints. Wrapping up here, we got 3 more to go. Holy Roller #1 from Image. I think this is an ongoing series. I'm not quite sure. We have Ghost Rider #20. Now, Ghost Rider #20 is an homage cover, and it's from the original Ghost Rider series. It's actually one of my favorite covers, being homaged with this one here. So there's that one. And I'm sorry, I always say his name first, but Justice League versus Godzilla versus Kong #2 of 7. And this actually, we're going to start talking about some of these books here. This is the first one I really want to talk about. This Justice League Godzilla Kong miniseries. We're only 2 issues in. It's 7 issues long. And actually, hold on. Before I do that, spoilers coming up because I'm going to talk about this book. So 3, 2, 1, let's jump into it. So the pacing on this miniseries so far is really good. Like I said, the first issue, we didn't really have a lot of action between the Kaiju and the Justice League or the Legion of Doom. We didn't have any really interactions there. They were just kind of setting up, but the pacing of it was so good where it wasn't boring. It was interesting, and it ended at a great moment. And this one here picks up, and just like the cover, I'm grabbing these guys. I'm only grabbing the Godzilla covers, basically. You got Godzilla blasting his radioactive breath, and Superman trying to get in the way. What was really great about this, aside from the fact, I mean, it's got great art, Like I said, the pacing couldn't be better. The writing is really well done so far. Just seeing the reactions of the DC heroes to something as massive as Godzilla and some of the other kaiju as well, or Titans, if you will, is great. I mean, it's kind of what I would imagine that they would do, because I mean, these guys are used to seeing the outrageous and the fantastic, but there's just something about Godzilla that just sets him apart from everybody else. But what was really awesome in this issue is you really find out who's stronger, Godzilla or Superman. And that last page, it's not Superman. It's great. I loved it. I'm enjoying this series. It's a lot of fun. It is a standalone, which is perfect. I mean, I highly doubt this is going to be referenced in the future in either run. I mean, the legendary Godzilla doesn't even have a comic book outside of this right now. But great series. I'm loving it. I do want to say something real quick about Holy Roller. It is an extra length issue, so you're getting a lot of story in it, but it's regular price, so it's like $3.99. I'm gonna double check, but I believe it was $3.99. It's supposed to be about this guy who fights crime with a bowling ball or something. I don't know. It's gotten a lot of praise, and I'm sure, you know, if I was able to, I would understand the praise. But to be quite honest with you, I wasn't able to read the whole thing. I got, I think, 5 or 6 pages into it, and I got bored with it and just stopped reading it. But that's just my own opinion. I didn't think it was very good. I didn't like the pacing. I didn't like the characters. The art was all right. The art was pretty decent, but it's just, you know, the story just didn't interest me, but I still wanted to give it a shot. I liked the idea of a crime-fighting bowler. I liked the cover. The title's hilarious, but I just couldn't do it. It really was not a book for me. I mean, I don't know what more I can say about it. I mean, if you liked it, if you read this book and you enjoyed it, huzzah, great, more power to you. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I really am. Hopefully you stick with it and see where it goes. If you did read it and enjoy it, let me know what you liked about it. I mean, is it one that I should actually try to force myself to sit down and read the whole thing? Or, you know, is it okay? I mean, I'll just walk away from it. But yeah, let me know what you think about that. The last one I want to talk about is Ghost Rider 20. Now this one, they boosted the price of it to $4.99. I don't think we got any extra pages. It doesn't really feel any thicker, but we get a story of something called the Spirit Rider, which I'm assuming is another Ghost Rider, because Marvel has you know, more Ghost Rider than you know, the manga has Pokemon right now. There's like a Ghost Rider for everything. You know, it's like Ghost Rider is the Vengeance app. So there's one for everything and one for everybody. It's ridiculous. And they need to do away with that whole idea and just get down to just like one Ghost Rider at a time, maybe 2, but that's it. But honestly, I'm pretty much done with this run of Ghost Rider. I'm going to finish out this series. Got one more issue to go. Issue 21 is the final issue for the run. It's going to be a $5 book. I was going to drop it anyway if it wasn't going to get canceled, or wasn't going to come to an end, because as much as I love the character of Ghost Rider, this series has done absolutely nothing for the character. We're 21 issues into it, and really nothing of interest has happened. Ghost Rider isn't really even a character in his own book. He barely shows up, and when he does, he fights some nameless demons that really can't hold up to him. His look, I mean, this is something that I have an issue with the way Marvel's handling this character right now. Is it's like every time he appears somewhere, when he appears in this book, his bike looks one way. He appeared in like Wolverine, his book looks a different way. Every time he shows up, his bike rather looks different. There's no consistency to it. There's no consistency to his powers. He can be easily controlled by this Talia, whatever her name is. You know, another character who's been in the book since the beginning, but I still really have no idea who she is, and I don't really care. So I know this book has gotten a lot of praise, but honestly, as an old school Ghost Rider fan, I am not enjoying this series as much as I was hoping I would. It was nice to be able to read a Ghost Rider. It's nice to have Ghost Rider on my pull list and see that logo and the character every month. But honestly, the series has done nothing for me as a Ghost Rider fan. I'm not excited about it. I barely remember what I read in this issue. I'm going to pick up the issue 21 because it's going to wrap it up. They're going to be relaunching Ghost Rider because Marvel has no idea how to do their books anymore. So they're going to end this so that in March they can relaunch it again because we need another #1 issue. And I guess Johnny Blaze is not going to be Ghost Rider again, and somebody else is they're getting an all-new Ghost Rider that's going to be somebody else again, and we're supposed to be excited about it. So I'm not excited about it. I may not pick up. I mean, right now, I think about 80-20 in favor of not picking up Ghost Rider Final Ride in March or April or whenever the hell it's coming out, because I just don't care about the characters, this iteration of the character. I want it to get back to basics. I want to pull back all this garbage they have in the mythos right now and just get back to brass tacks on it, because this character, this line, this franchise is really suffering because of it. If we're going to have Blaze be a Ghost Rider, have him have his own unique Ghost Rider. Like, the thing that about Blaze originally, excuse me, is he had his own look. And he, was able to make, after a while, he was able to make a motorcycle out of Hellfire. And then Ketch came along. Ketch had his own look, had his own motorcycle, had his own power set. Then those damn movies came out and screwed everything up. So now Blaze looks like Ghost Rider. Blaze's Ghost Rider looks like Ketch's Ghost Rider, and he has Ketch's powers. And there's no explanation for it. There's as far as I know, there's no explanation as why Blaze is even Ghost Rider again. He shouldn't be Ghost Rider. Why is he Ghost Rider again? What is this demon? I don't know. And quite honestly, I don't even really care. And that's it. So I hate to end it on a downer, but I mean, honestly, it has not been good for Ghost Rider. Comic books haven't been that I don't know. We're kind of in a slump right now. There's some great stuff coming out. Godzilla, Justice League Kong is a lot of fun. I'm enjoying Barbaric. I can't wait to dive into that. That's such a fun series. It's just fun, irreverent. It kind of reminds me of Lobo back in the 90s when he was just rude and mean and just had so much fun with it. That's what Barbaric reminds me of. Just classic old school Lobo, and I love it so much. So I'm going to end it on a high note, on a more positive note, and that is my cover of the week. And I know it's going to be the cover of 3 weeks, but we're still going to call it cover of the week. And that is going to go to Justice League Godzilla Kong #2. I love this cover. Just the whole idea of like Superman, the Man of Steel, the strongest man in DC on Earth, going up against somebody that's bigger, that's stronger, and he's still not backing down. And I don't expect him to. I expect him to give Godzilla some good hits, and maybe even do some damage to Godzilla. I'm looking forward to it. I want to see a knockdown, drag out between the two, and this cover really exemplifies the possibility of a fight between these two, as long as Superman can cut loose. Right now in this issue, his biggest problem is he's not wanting to hurt anybody in the city of Metropolis. He's trying to get Godzilla away from the city so he can actually fight him. And I know when that happens, it's going to be a much more even fight because Superman won't have to hold back anymore. And I'm looking forward to that. But this is a great cover. It's not a gimmick cover. It's not a variant cover. It's cover A, and I absolutely love it. So there you go. That's it. That is issue 201, weekly haul, weekly review video. Sorry for the delay on it for these past couple of weeks. And if you hadn't seen it yet, I do have another video up. And I posted, I don't remember if I posted it yesterday or early this morning, but I'm going to start doing movie stuff. So, kind of expanding a little bit. I'm ordering movies off of Grub.com. I actually just went another order today, and in a couple of days or about a week or so, whatever. Whenever I get the DVDs, I think it was all DVDs this time. I'm going to do a video, a boxing, and just talking about them a little bit. And then once we're able to get our movies out of storage, I'm going to start going through those, rewatching some of my favorite movies, and doing just little reviews. I mean, what the hell? Why not? Everybody else is doing it. Why not me? But I can almost guarantee you that the movies that I want to be talking about, you're probably not going to hear from too many other people. But the people who are going to talk about these movies, I want to hear from them, because I'm not going to do. I don't want to do like mainstream stuff like Indiana Jones, Star Wars, whatever that everybody else is talking about. I want to do less than that. It's sort of out of mainstream stuff, but. That's it. Again, thanks for watching. Thanks for your patience. Thanks for checking it out. And of course, don't forget, comment. Please comment. Let me know what you're thinking about these books. The three that I did the reviews on. Let me know what you think about those yourself. Very, very curious about that. Agree with me, disagree with me. I don't care. Let's have a conversation. But comment, subscribe, hit that notification button, share the video, all that fun stuff. And I will see everybody hopefully next week. Once, possibly twice. You never know when my movies come in. I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye.